Brick Squad, and you know that we the best, yeah. All these other schools ain't even no test yet. We got the best curriculum and activities, and you know that you gotta come around for our festivities.
Brick Squad, Brick Squad, Brick Squad, ayy. Brick Squad, Brick Squad, Brick Squad, ayy. Brick Squad, Brick Squad, Brick Squad, ayy. Brick Squad, Brick Squad, Brick Squad, ayy.
It's Brick Squad, and you know that we the best, yeah. All these other schools ain't even no test yet. We got the best curriculum and activities, and you know that you gotta come around for our festivities.
Good morning and welcome to Brick Squad's TV at Home edition on this Thursday, April 2nd. I am Kiara. I hope everyone had a great week as we head into spring break.
Last week, Beta Club inducted new members into the organization. Due to the pandemic, this year's induction ceremony was held virtually. Here's a peek at scenes from the ceremony and those who have received the great honor of being inducted into this prestigious organization.
Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome family and friends.
As you go through life, as you continue in your academic pursuits, as you grow and become a better student, as you become a student who is going to be prepared to advance in some of the greatest colleges and universities and maybe military or open your own business, I want you to remember to always keep your perspective open. And once you are aware of certain things, you have now the responsibility to show others.
Beta Club is currently holding a fundraiser and they need your support. Just ask a Beta Club member to share the fundraiser link with you. You can shop online, pay online, and everything you order is delivered directly to your home. There are hundreds of items to choose from, including foods, wearables, and more. So support the Beta Club by ordering from the fundraiser link. Just ask a Beta Club member for the link.
Are you homeless or know someone who is? Safe Place is a national organization for youth under the age of 18 experiencing homelessness or other kinds of crisis. The program provides immediate shelter, resources, and other basic needs. You can access the Safe Place programs by walking into any of the Safe Place sites located within the community. Just look for the large black and yellow diamond-shaped logo. Pebblebrook is a registered Safe Place site. You could talk to our counselors about the program. Outside of the school, you can access a Safe Place location by texting the word SAFE to 44357 and put it in your location to find the closest site near you. You can also chat with a Safe Place counselor through text if you find yourself in a crisis.
All JROTC cadets, you need to turn in uniforms the week of April 12th to the 16th. You can either turn it in at Pebblebrook High School or Clay Elementary. You can drop off at Pebblebrook on Old Alabama from 7:30 in the morning to 3:30 in the afternoon on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Or you can drop it off at Clay Elementary at 730 Boggs Road Southwest at 7:30 in the morning till 5 o'clock on Monday through Friday. Items you need to return are jackets, shirts, slacks, neck tab or tie, and accessories.
Good luck to the JROTC drill team, which is participating in the state competition. This year, competition is being held virtually. Here you see the team performing 7 of the 7 drills for submission into states. The team will find out the results of the competition in late April.
Cheer trial clinics will take place Monday, April 12th and Tuesday, April 13th from 6 to 8 in the evening. Evaluations will then be on Wednesday, April 14th from 6 to 8. Trials and practices will take place at the Old Clay Elementary School on Boggs Road. Athletes must have a physical uploaded into athletic registration and parent view to participate. If you have any questions, email booksquadcheer@gmail.com.
Attention seniors, if you want to play, you will have to pay. Senior activities dues must be paid by April 11th if you want to participate in senior activities. You can sign up and pay using My Payment Plus.
Seniors, what college do you plan to go to after you graduate? Be sure to fill out your college signing day form to let us know. Just use the QR code on your screen to get to the form and fill it out today.
The Media Center is trying to track down books that were checked out before a lockdown a year ago. If you have books you had checked out and have not turned them in yet, now is the time to turn them in because late fines are being waived. There is a return book box inside the front doors to the main building. The drop box will be placed outside Tuesday afternoon so you could just drive by on Wednesdays to drop off your books. Be sure to take advantage of the no-fee return while it's still available.
Next week is Assistant Principals Week, and we're giving our APs here at Pebblebrook the week off to celebrate. Well, it is spring break, but don't tell our APs, let them think it's their week off. In celebration of Assistant Principal Week, Dr. G joins us now to tell us little known facts about our APs.
Hello, everybody. It's Dr. G, and next week is National Assistant Principals Week. And so I wanted to do something to highlight all of the assistant principals that I have the opportunity to work with, 9 of them, and you guys see them through the hallways and you work with them. But today I'm going to give you a funny or unknown fact about each and every one of them. Now, don't tell them I'm doing this because some of these will be quite embarrassing, but Dr. G is going to tell you the truth. Y'all need to know the truth about your assistant principals. So here we go. Let's start off with Mr. Short. Mr. Short is great. He is so smart. He's very organized. He's the linear person on the team, right? He's strategic in his thinking, low key kind of a person. But let me tell you about Mr. Short. Mr. Short has the appetite of a hippopotamus. I said it, a hippopotamus. This man eats all of his food every time, no matter what it is. I mean, he will take down a plate of food. I'm like, how was it? He's like, it's all right. What do you mean it's all right? You ate the stem on the strawberry. It had to be good. He eats everything. We ate Japanese one time. You know, they give you the rice. I mean, they give you the soup, right? And then they bring out the salad, right? And then you get this large meal with the rice and the protein. Listen, a piece of rice does not stand a chance if it's on a plate with Mr. Short. Ooh, Mr. Short, I love you, but that's an unknown fact about Mr. Short. The appetite of a hippopotamus. All right, number 2, Mr. Schlanger. Mr. Schlanger is so great. Like Mr. Schlanger is a fix-it man on the team. If we need something fixed, done, addressed, we call Mr. Schlanger. I don't know how he gets this knowledge, but he can just do everything. Here's an unknown fact about him. Mr. Schlanger is actually a very great craftsman with woodworking. He can make it. I mean, if you see some of the pictures, ask him, say, pull out your phone, Mr. Schlanger, and let me see some of the stuff that you can do. You wouldn't believe it. You would think that he bought it in the store. Tables, changing chairs, chests of drawers. I mean, just amazing creativity. He is just great with his hands. He is awesome with his hands. So that's an unknown fact about Mr. Schlanger. Coach Jones, you know Coach Jones. She was a basketball player. She graduated from here, went to Fresno State, came back, became a teacher, AD, that Miss Jones, whatever. So here's the thing I have to say about Miss Jones. Miss Jones is a vegan, right? But she is like a serious vegan. Like Miss Jones, like she eats twigs and branches. And, I feel like she grows stuff in the ground here at school and then picks it up and eat it. I look at her food, I'm like, what is that? And she comes up with something strange. So she is truly, truly a vegan. The other unknown fact about her, and I want to make sure you guys let her know this. She's interested one day in having triplets. She gonna kill me for that. But yes, Miss Jones wants to have triplets. So when you see her, say, Miss Jones, I hope you get a chance to have those triplets that you talked about. She's gonna kill me for this. Oh my gosh, but I had to say it. So Miss Jones, with your vegan twig, barley, oats, grass eating self, that's for you. Thank you for everything you do to support Pebblebrook High School. All right, Mr. Richard. I've known Mr. Richard the longest. He was my assistant principal at Lily Middle School, so many of you may know him. Interesting fact about Mr. Richard. He is an exceptional cook. Oh, y'all, the way that Mr. Richard cooks, you think it's like an old lady in the kitchen. He's from New Orleans, so all of the traditional meals from New Orleans he can make. His red beans and rice, love. Will set you back. He is a wonderful baker, bakes cakes from scratch. I mean, he's just all around the man in the kitchen. Unknown fact about Mr. Richard. Mr. Richard, thank you for everything you do to support Pebblebrook High School. All right, Miss Pope. So, y'all see Miss Pope right here with her little glasses. She, she's so quiet. Hey, Miss So-and-so, good morning. Y'all need to clear the hallways. Let me tell you about Miss Pope. They talk so quiet. I'm just going to say this. Dr. G tells the truth. Oh, something dropped there. Don't worry about it. Dr. G tells the truth. I'm really, really honest about things. Miss Pope is a horrible singer. Oh, y'all, the music could be playing and we dancing and we singing and we Miss Pope will come in like duh, duh, duh. We're like, hey, what was that? Yeah, Miss Pope, it's not good. Miss Pope, I love you, but she, even humming, clearing her throat, all of this in here is wrong. It is. She'll change the whole mood, make sure you turn off the music. Yeah, she needs to stay away from music altogether. I love Miss Pope. Like, she's the bomb diggity. She knows she about right hand. But that singing piece, never. Mr. Medley, CCC EPA vocal major, never. As a matter of fact, if she ever tries to come into that room, close and lock the door. You do us all a favor. Hilarious to me. Miss Pope, I love you. Okay. All right. Next, Miss Mullen. So let me tell you about Miss Mullen. She's not the person to compete with on the team. Miss Mullen is the most creative genius I've ever met. Like, Miss Mullen will take a smallest idea, and admin team is shaking their head right now going, yeah, a small idea, right? And the next thing you know, Mullen's like, okay, so let me tell you what we're doing. We're doing this. It turns into a whole completely different show. I think in her next life, she should be like a party planner or an interior designer, because the way that she thinks through things, it's always big and grand. And if we ever have to compete or anyone has to get any advice about planning something or making something nice and celebratory, they go straight to Mullen. That's like, that is her gift on the team. Incredible. What she does, y'all, is absolutely incredible. So little known fact about Miss Mullen. All right. Miss Mitchell Wilson. So let me tell you about Miss Mitchell Wilson. Miss Mitchell Wilson, I don't think this is a fault, but I'm just gonna say she tried to help everybody too much. You're like, Dr. G, what does that mean? I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say we're talking about the elf on the shelf. especially a teacher, y'all gonna laugh about this because y'all know this to be the case. We're talking about the elf on the shelf. The elf on the shelf. Here's Mr. Wilson. So in terms of the elf on the shelf, are there any strategies that we can use to help the elf not move from the shelf? Some intervention, some support. What can we do to help the elf? No, Mr. Wilson, the elf is supposed to move from the shelf. Like she's always thinking about something extra we can do to help somebody. I mean, and that's a great thing considering her job. Ooh, she would intervene, extra support you. I'm telling you, even down to the elf on the shelf. So thank you, Mr. Wilson, for being an advocate for our students and for supporting them in everything that they may need. All right, Mr. Bullock. Mr. Bullock was hard to do. But you know what? What you see is what you get. Yeah, you know, you're like, oh, Mr. Bullock, that's him. Mr. Bullock, that's him. Yeah. Whatever you think about right now, when you see, yep, that's him. But let me tell you an unknown fact, or maybe it is a known fact about Mr. Bullock. Mr. Bullock used to be a counselor, right? So let me tell you what you don't want to do. You do not, as a student, you don't want to get in trouble and have to go in Mr. Bullock's office. Let me tell you, Mr. Bullock gonna counsel you your past, your present, your future, your grandchildren. He gonna counsel you so much that you're gonna say, you know what, whatever it is, I'm not gonna do it again because I'm not coming back in this office. I'm not gonna, whatever it is I've done, I repent, I'm moving on. Mr. Bullock will counsel you to the point where you don't want to be counseled anymore. Yeah, but you get tied into a conversation, Mr. Bullock, you got to walk away. Oh, they're going to kill me for these. But Mr. Bullock, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for counseling all of our amazing students and being so present. Love you, Mr. Bullock. All right, Miss Cooper. Christian Cooper said the best for last. Miss Cooper's new to the team. First year here, she was a teacher, and then she became SLI at Lindley. And then this year, she joined our team as an administrator. We're so happy to have her. Let me tell you about Miss Cooper. Remember what I said earlier about Coach Jones and what she eats? Miss Cooper is a vegan on a whole different level. I don't know what that lady. I'm like, what is that? Why brown and green? And why does it look like that? The stuff that she brings to lunch, I don't think people sell that stuff. I don't think that stuff is supposed to be eaten. Like it. I mean, you know, Dr. G likes me. I'm not a vegan, so I don't know all of the vegan protocol. But that stuff that you be eating in school, like that stuff ain't normal. Yeah, Just one day, say, Miss Coop, can I see what's in your lunch bag? I'm telling you, I don't know. Little known fact about Miss Cooper, that lunch, we got to work the chicken wing. We got to work on that. So anyway, that's where we are. So those are my 9 administrators. Told you something funny and interesting about each and every one of them. But the most important thing is that they do an amazing job of serving our students and serving our community. And I want them to enjoy next week, their spring break, and to tell them that I appreciate them and happy National Assistant Principals Week. And if no one else has told you, never forget, Dr. G loves you. Have an awesome day.
Tomorrow is our first day of spring break. That is why this week's question of the week, we wanted to know, what is your plans for spring break?
Most likely we'll be sleeping in a little bit, probably playing some games, spending time with friends.
So I'm basically just going to be buying stuff for my new room and stuff, ordering stuff for my business just to get ready for spring break. So yeah.
Hi, my name is Christian, and for this spring break, I'm gonna be going to play paintball and probably go to Six Flags a lot. So yeah, thank you.
For spring break, I'm going to be hanging out with my family and going to the beach and going out to eat.
With spring break just being a few hours away, students will finally be able to take some time for themselves. Kyla shows us some ways we can spend the break while keeping coronavirus measures in mind.
Over the break, there's a lot of things you could do to enjoy your time off and still be in a safe environment. You could spend some time with your family in the comfort of your own home, away from any distractions, and do things that could bring y'all closer together. You could have a family game night and have fun while also staying safe. You could also invite some trusted friends over and spend time with them without having to think about the stress that comes along with school. Y'all can watch a movie, play some video games, or do some other entertaining activities. Something you can also do that's much needed is some self-care time. You can take time for yourself by working out, binge watching a show, or even laying down and listening to some music. But it is spring break, and I understand some of you might want to go out and have a good time. But remember, we're still in a pandemic, so make sure to keep the safety guidelines in mind by keeping 6 feet of distance between you and another party. You should also keep a mask on covering your nose and mouth, and wash your hands regularly. It's also a good idea to keep hand sanitizer with you at all times. But thanks for watching, and have an amazing stress-free break.
Spring is definitely in the air, you know what that means. Flowers are blooming and skies are nice and clear. But pollen is everywhere, especially all over our cars. In this next segment, Diego shows us how to ride your wheels of that nasty yellow pollen.
Hello there everybody. As we all know, over this past weekend there's been a lot of pollen falling all over the place. And one of those places that definitely has a lot of pollen on it is our cars. And I can go ahead and give you a quick show of where I have pollen on my car. As y'all could see, there's a lot of pollen here on my windshield, on my roof, rear window, trunk, spoiler. It's all the way over here to the back as well. Here on my little rear valence diffuser. All super dirty. She needs a clean. Look at all this pollen here on my hood. Sheesh. As you all saw, the amount of pollen that's on my car, how dusted it is. We're going to show you how to do a touchless wash using a power washer and a foam cannon. With a touchless wash, all you're using is, like I said, the power washer and the foam cannon to wash the whole car. I don't even have to touch it to get it a good clean. I have my power washer ready, all set up, my hose, and that's my foam cannon that I'll be using with my water and soap already in it. So let's get started on cleaning the car. See, there's some droplets of water that are full of pollen, like this one right there, those, and there's some pollen that's there as well, and all over the rest of the hood and the car as well. It looks almost like they're butter for some reason to me. We already have the car nice and dripping wet. Up here on the roof, our rear, and our sides. Now we're up for the next fun part, which is the foam cannon. Get our car nice and foamy and sudsy. As you can see, this side is nice and sudsy. It started to run down a little bit, but it still got nice and protected with the soap, so it could start breaking down all the bad pollen and stuff, both on the wheels, the body, the glass, mirrors. And here's some pollen, both from the floor and from the car, mixed in with the bubbles, nice and pretty, along with the hood. The end product. How nice and glistening it is in the sun. Look at that, all nice and clean and pollen free at that. All right, and that is how you do a touchless wash on a car that's been filled and built up with pollen, dirt, and grime. As y'all remember from earlier how dirty and pollinated and grimy mine was, to how it is now, nice and shiny and clean, almost like new, almost like it drove off the showroom floor. And trust and believe, you can do this too, even if you don't have a power washer or foam cannon. Just use a hose, some water, a bucket, your favorite wash mitt to get it nice and clean and nice and shiny, just like mine. Thank you, everyone. See you next time.
We will be right back after these commercial breaks.
Wake up.
I am awake.
Wake up.
Yo estoy despierto.
Despiértanse. I am awake.
Wake up.
I'm awake.
Wake up.
I'm awake.
Wake up.
I'm awake.
Stay tuned to Book Squad TV for information on when the awakening will take place. Now let's go to Yokai's with our spring break weather.
Hi, I'm Yokai's with your spring break forecast. This weekend, we're going to fortunately have some warm weather to kick off our break. On Saturday, we'll have mostly sunny skies with a high of 64 and a low of 40. While Sunday will be nice and sunny Easter Sunday with a high of 72 and a low of 46. It should be a pretty dry week for the first half of spring break with possible showers towards the end of the week. So look at your spring break forecast. Now let's go to Mercy with this week's sports.
My name is Mercy and I'm here with your sports news. As you know, next week is our spring break. Our athletes will be enjoying themselves just as much as we will, which means there will be no sport events. But the Tuesday after spring break, sports will return. Tuesday, April 13th, the varsity baseball team plays at home against Osborne at 5:55. Also on Tuesday, the varsity boys and girls soccer teams play at home against Wheeler. Girls start at 5:30 and boys start at 7:30. Then, the JV girls and boys track and field will compete in the Cobb County Championships in Marietta at 5. On Wednesday, the JV girls and boys track and field team competes again in the Cobb County Championships in Marietta at 5. Then, the varsity baseball team plays an away game against Campbell at 5:55. Also on Wednesday, the varsity girls lacrosse team plays at home against McEachern for senior night at 5:55. And on Thursday, the varsity girls lacrosse team plays away against East Coweta at 6:15. The NCAA March Madness Championship is wrapping up, so we wanted to bring you some highlights of the tournament so far. sports for this week. Now back to you.
With all the time you have over break, how about doing some cooking? Nicole shows us how to make some spaghetti tacos.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my tea time. For this tea time, I am in a completely different setting. I'm not upstairs. I am in my kitchen and we're gonna be cooking something. We are making spaghetti tacos, and for me, I don't eat beef or pork, so I will be using ground turkey, and you can use whatever your meat preference is, whatever your pasta preference is, whatever. That's your business. The first thing to do before you even start cooking, before you even touch stuff with your nasty hands, is you wash your hands. It's Corona, you wash your hands. Get you a deep frying pan or whatever. Put some oil in it. Mince garlic. Make sure it's on high heat. Put in your meat. Turn down the fire. Put it about medium heat. And start cooking. Whatever sauce of your choice. And I'm just gonna put it in there like that. Add cheese, whatever kind of cheese you like. Big cheese. We do not measure anything. There's no need to measure stuff. All you gotta do is listen to your ancestors and they'll tell you when to stop. There's no need to measure stuff. No, we don't do that.
Yearbook is down to the last 100 copies. Order now because there will not be any extra printed. Yearbook are currently sold for $75 at www.yearbookorder.com. Be sure to use our school code of 328 and we'll be right back after this commercial break.
What if all the important things from your school year were never recorded? No memories? No cheering? No laughing? Nothing that made this year different from any other. Now, more than ever, a yearbook reminds us this is a time like none other. Because this year will be different. Students deserve to have their stories captured and told. We all know a school is more than just a physical space. It is the people and their stories that really matter. Yearbook brings a school together. Don't let the memories, cheering, or laughter fade. Hold on to them forever by ordering your yearbook today. Quantities are limited.
Remember to check your student email through Cobb Schools. Go to www.cobbk12.org/login-office365. Then log in by using your first.last name at students@cobbk12.org and as your password.
Are you having trouble connecting to CTLS? Email student.support@cobbk12.org. Parents can also reach out for Cobb and technical support at parent.support@cobbk12.org. Or they can call 770-426-3330 for help.
Well, that's our show for this week. Hope everyone has a great spring break. Just remember, we are all in this together. Be a part of the solution, wear a mask, wash your hands, and follow social distancing guidelines. Stay healthy, my friends, and remember, Falcons, believe you can.
It's Brick Squad, and you know that we the best, yeah. All these other schools ain't even no test yet. We got the best curriculum and activities, and you know that you gotta come around for our festivities.
Brick Squad, Brick Squad, Brick Squad, ayy. Brick Squad, Brick Squad, Brick Squad, ayy. Brick Squad, Brick Squad, Brick Squad, ayy. Brick Squad, Brick Squad, Brick Squad, ayy.
It's Brick Squad, and you know that we the best, yeah. All these other schools ain't even no test yet. We got the best curriculum and activities, and you know that you gotta come around for our festivities.
Brick Squad.